We'll also have Dr. Joey Yap to give us a talk on Feng Shui. And to tell you what's happening for the rest of today, please welcome the driver of this project from Reedfield. Please put your hands together for Mr. Owen Wong.
Today we are excited that as we have arranged this special arrangement for everyone here. First, I would like to introduce you a great opportunity when you buy, not when you sell. After that, I will give my sales staff a chance to introduce you more in the investment plan and the property. The company first project was along MRR2, having a 21 4-story shop with lift. It's proud to say it sold out in 3 weeks' time in 2009. The second project is the Impian Tropica, a 7.4-acre freehold gated and guarded housing development for the GTV of 60 million. Accommodation of 90 units of mixed development, such as Sprawling, terrace, semi-D and townhouses. The developer also developing 2 hotels worth 65 million. One in Persiaran Johor, the other one in KL worth 15 million. Besides the hotel development, the company also developed a F&B outlet worth 17 million in Klang. Today, I would like to introduce you the one Amerin Mall, where resort living at your doorstep. After a long study from the developer at Balakong, the developer noticed that there are no good quality of service apartment for the growing age of the young professional of the population here. There are a few launches of the service apartment here before, but they are standard in front of the mall. The developer then decided to develop a lifestyle service apartment here to meet the growing demand where the lifestyle of the shopping, work and leisure is found under one roof. Today, one Amerin Mall and where the resort living at your doorstep. Thank you.
Actually, Mr. Wong was supposed to speak for 3 days, but so far you say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker is world-renowned Feng Shui and Bazi expert. He has authored over 120 books, and usually his seminars in KL, they have more than 7,000 people attending his seminars. Somebody who needs no introduction. However, please welcome Dato' Joey Yap.
Firstly, to talk about Feng Shui for investment, we first must understand the perspective of what is Feng Shui and how it is applied, and how it is used today. And then I'll also tell you what has been done in this project so that you guys can also appreciate the application of Feng Shui that's used and how you can benefit from it. Okay? Because normally when we talk about Feng Shui applications, there are 4 things we look at. Okay, 4 things. Yeah. We always look at number 1 is the environment. Okay, Feng Shui must always start from environment. We cannot start the Feng Shui from interior. Always start from external. The second thing that we talk about in Feng Shui is the building, the structure that contains the qi. This is important, yeah, because no matter how good the environment is, without a good structure, it cannot capture the energy from the external. So part 2 is the building. Number 3 that we look at in Feng Shui is the time aspect. Okay, time aspect is very important, yeah, because there's no land or property that can be prosperous forever, and there's no land or property that can that will be bad forever. There are different periods of time. So the third factor is time. Okay, and the fourth factor that we look at is the people. Okay, the fourth thing is the people who use this property and benefit the most. So there are 4 things. Yeah. If you guys were to do your own Feng Shui at any point in time, always remember when you engage someone to look at your property, you look at these 4 things. Yeah. If you get someone to come into your house and say the curtain wrong color, then you must hang something here and there, that one not Feng Shui. Yeah. That one is an interior decorator, nothing to do with Feng Shui. Yeah. So remember it. Remember this. Yeah. Always understand that when we talk about energy in the environment, we always talk about what is available externally that flows into the property. This is very, very important. Yeah, that's why every land, every project that you look at is different. And in a short while, you'll get to understand why the special features here, the one Amerin is interesting for you, and you could consider investing in such a property. Okay. Now, because every piece of land is powered by two factors. Every land, yeah, you go to any piece of land, there's two things. Environment, we look at yin and yang. Okay. So what is yin and what is yang in the environment? Yin is mountain, yang is water. Okay, remember this, yeah? See, when we talk about qi flow in feng shui, energy flow, they all come from natural situation or natural features. It does not come from man-made features. Always remember, yeah? Because when you go to China and go to Beijing, the first thing they tell you to go to see the stone lion, like they say the Forbidden City. You've been to Forbidden City? They got two lions there. Then they say the feng shui from the lion, yeah? Not true, all this bullshit. Because after that they sell you the lion, yeah? That's why this is what happened in China, and then it sort of spread to Western countries. So everyone thinks it's all, you must have lion, must have what around the house, nothing, yeah? You can have absolutely no feng shui items at all and still enjoy excellent feng shui. And that is real feng shui. How do we see it? We look at the natural formation of mountains and water. Now, why look at mountain? Because mountain is the element that produces the qi flow, and it is activated in water, which is yang, yin and yang interaction. So mountain, where different types of mountain will produce different type of qi, different types of water will activate the qi. You're gonna have two things, right? If you see a piece of land that does not come with good mountain and water formation, then it is very likely that this piece of land is not good feng shui, or does not have good feng shui. It's just a piece of ordinary piece of land. Very hard to go and activate internally. Okay, always look at these two things. If the mountain and water is good, that means the quality of feng shui in that area is good, and all you have to do is design the building in such a way to tap to that the qi in that area. Nowadays, everyone look at their house and say, okay, this is the wealth corner, then what corner? Always want to activate wealth, activate this and that. If you want to activate the wealth, you must first have wealth from the environment. Always remember, yeah, it's like this. You go to a hair salon and you say you want to perm hair. First, you must have hair, right or not? You don't need no hair, how to perm hair. Yeah. So likewise, when you go to see a piece of land, to use feng shui, first you must have feng shui, right? So if there is no mountain and water, you go there, then no use on, Okay, this is very important. So why we look at mountains and waters? Because if you remember one thing, yeah, san kun yang ting, sui kun tong. Okay, mountain governs the quality of people, and water governs financial aspect. Okay, so if you want to find an area that produce good quality people and good health and long life, you must look for good mountain in that area. If you want to find an area that is good for commercial aspects, then the water must be correct, okay, in that area. So two things, yeah? What if you have both? So if you have at any one point two of these exist at the same time, then this area is considered good feng shui. Okay? Now, so this is one criteria, yeah? The second thing obviously is what type of mountain and what type of water. This is where today we learn a bit, yeah? How to say this mountain is good, then they say that mountain no good. When feng shui we talk about sentimental flow of qi. When the mountain is covered by lots of trees, lots of greenery, it's considered yao cheng, okay? It's sentimental, it's good. If you see the mountain is all rocky, then it's no good, This is very important. If you drive past, sometimes go Damansara, that area, some of the mountains broken down, only got rocks, right? The area won't change, okay? Produce the type of people also low quality. So if you do something, you be nice, you have a problem, So the mountain area is positive. The people are smarter and more capable. Now, you see, at the end of the day, you want to also consider why we use feng shui. Yeah. What's the purpose of you learning feng shui? Yeah, what's the purpose? The bottom line is one thing, people try to say it, okay? It's true, yeah. If feng shui cannot help you become rich, then you don't use feng shui. As simple as that. Yeah. If you have no time to go and change your house, then you must go and use it, and it must help you achieve your financial goals. Okay? The problem is not many people can afford feng shui. Because feng shui is more expensive. not every developer is like them who can afford to pay for everything for all their future investors that might go up. So a lot of times, a lot of projects are done without feng shui, and only then they engage the feng shui guy to come in and do. You change this, change that, the wall all change, it's very expensive. So it is always good to do it before you go and get a piece of land. That's why it's important. So now that's why I said not many people can afford it. Yeah. And second thing, right? When doing feng shui, the problem is a lot of times people have this belief means have, don't believe means don't have attitude. I tell you this, feng shui no need to believe. If you need to believe, then it's not feng shui. Okay? Then you need to believe, then become religion already, right? If you feng shui application is basically tap to the qi. It is there, you use it. That's it. You are in that area, you're already affected by the energy. So whether you believe it or not, or whether you know it is there or not, is irrelevant one. Yeah? It's going to affect you anyway. Okay? That's true feng shui at work. So basically in feng shui, okay? You must always look at the quality of qi on that piece of land. Anytime you spend money on buying a piece of property, I think it's Taiwan. Because in the long run, that place prospers a lot is this. Okay? So this chart here, you go chart these numbers, let me explain, yeah? It's not a lucky number, okay? So some people are this lucky number, I must buy one number, is good luck. Feng shui okay? In true feng shui, the numbers don't influence you at all, okay? What influences you, these numbers basically is an easy reference to tell us what energy is in that area. So instead of I only got like you don't know what the hell is that, I just say number 9, easy to remember. So it's only a reference number, that's all. It does not mean that number 9 here is the lucky, okay? So now this direction, north, south, east, west, relates to the actual magnetic direction of your compass. So in order for you to practice feng shui, you need compass. Okay? So you try now your phone, turn on your compass and see. Very important. Because you see, we can talk a lot in class or in a seminar, then after the fun, you go back, you do not do so. So you better learn how to do this very easy. You turn on the direction north, south, east, west. Now, okay, from the compass here, what direction is here? Facing out? North. Okay? Very easy, yeah? Okay? Which direction is north? How you know it's north is that? Your compass tell you, yeah? Your compass tell you. Where is south then? Where is south? Over here, yeah? Where is east? East is over here. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Now, when we look at a piece of property, okay, or when you say you buy a shop or you buy a house, the first thing is you must know north, south, east, west direction of that property. If that property not built yet, look at the direction that is given on the plan. Okay, look at the direction given on the plan. This is very important for your investment purposes, yeah? North, south, east, west. Now, barring any changes in the economy and all that, yeah, let's say you just based on feng shui alone, then you must look at the quantity of energy that affects that area in the long run. Because when you talk about investing, yeah, there are long-term and short-term investment. Okay, two types, long-term and short-term. Short-term investment is when you buy and then within a short period of time you flip it and make some money. Okay, that's short-term. You flip a property. If you're talking about long-term, that means you buy and hold indefinitely so that you have capital appreciation. In 2014, that property-wise, it's not good to flip, it's good to buy and hold. Okay, because in that we give a forecast. This year, because okay, everything becomes hardened. So when it's hardened, when you try to buy something, you want to flip it, but you find a good piece of property because everybody try to pull the bricks, that is your opportunity to buy now. It's a perfect timing. So you get to choose what you want. So when you choose what you want, and you have the long term to 5 years to 10 years up ahead, then you can make these gains. This is very important. Okay, so it's suitable for long-term perspective. All right. So now, how do we see this? North, south, east, west. When we are looking at the formation from the piece of land, these numbers here will represent the quality of qi in that area at what period of time. So look at permanent, yeah. Okay, right now this is how you see it, yeah. Now, we like to see mountains. There are a few numbers that I thought wrong because right now in the year 2004 to 2023, let's say 2004 to 2023, we call this part 1. Okay, period 8, part 1, yeah. So part 1, where's number 8 here? Number 8 is Earth, Northeast, I don't know, yeah. Okay, so 簡單嚟講 easy, easy to say. Northeast part 1, 8 period 最多旺嘅 is currently most prosperous. Okay, so you take note, write this down, yeah. 最多旺 most prosperous right now. Coming soon, from 2024 onwards to 2023, we call this the period of 9 or age of 9. Okay, so where is the number 9? South. It's in the south area. So coming soon, south would be the most prosperous sector coming soon. Yeah? Okay. Prior to this period 8, from 1984 to 2003, the most dominant and prosperous sector was the west. Okay, west. Yeah. So take note of this. So west is also prosperous. So prior to the west, northwest was prosperous. Okay, so I want you to take note. West, northwest, northeast, and south. Yeah, you have these 4 sectors. They call it Tong Wong, or like prosperous sector. Okay, prosperous. These are yang sectors. Okay, in the Lo Shu chart. Right now, when will this change? They will change in 2043. After 2043, then there's a reverse of charts. Yeah, right now no reverse. Yeah, so remember west, northwest, northeast, and the south sectors. Take note of this. Okay. Now, so if this area are yang, what do we want to visually see in our environment in that area from the property? You must see yin. Okay. In Feng Shui, it's very simple. We match yin and yang. Just now we see which one is yin? Mountain or water? Mountain. That's correct. So where would you like to see visually a mountain? In the northeast, in the west, in the northwest, or in the south. You have 4 areas that is good. Which is the best area to see the mountain? West, south, and northeast is the best. Okay? If you see that, what happened? If you see the mountains in these areas, that means people matters are most potential for yang thing. Okay? This mountain is present now. Now you can actually benefit from that cycle. Now you can benefit from the chi. You understand now? Okay? This is important. Otherwise, you see the mountain, let's say now in the east, it's good. But after 2043, 2043, you must still be alive, to benefit from the cycle. You understand that? So that's why in Feng Shui, right? Good Feng Shui, you must look at in a situation where you can benefit from the cycle immediately. So you take Tong Wong the Sigan, okay? Right now is the best. So we look in the area northeast, remember, yeah? Okay? Alright. So opposite of these directions, opposite of all this, is where we like to see water flow. Okay? So first of all, we must have water in the environment. You go and when water is not in that environment in the first place, then this area is very hard for a commercial success. This is why it's important. Yeah? That's why when you choose a piece of land to support the your growth is very important. Yeah? For myself as well. There's one philosophy that I buy too. Every Feng Shui that I use for my client, I always use for myself first. Okay? This one, for many years, I've been doing this for 18 years. If I cannot make myself rich, I cannot make my client rich. This is my philosophy that I buy too. The problem is a lot of time Feng Shui people, they are not rich also. They're not rich, they make you just like them, So you have to be careful. So for me, if I want to become a millionaire and help people, I must first use Feng Shui for myself. So what I'm going to share with you now are the same things that I use for the multi-millionaires. I work with the top 10 richest people in Malaysia. Okay? With all people, all walks of life, from any walks of life, and they have changed their life. The first thing to do is have the discipline to find good areas. If you live in a bad area, let's say the mountains all reversed up, your quality of yourself is weak. If you're self-employed, then what happens? Every you wake up, you have a job, you don't have a career. That means if fun don't, you cannot get yourself up, you know. Alarm clock too also cannot wake up. Yeah? Fun don't keep see your boss face, you want to vomit, you know. Then how to become rich, you tell me? You cannot become rich. See, the idea of people want to become rich is they think that if they do feng shui, they will strike the lottery. Right? They do feng shui, they strike lottery, become rich. I can tell you now, so far, the people that I know that are multi-billionaires, none of them become rich because they strike lottery. None. Okay? You strike me 1, 2 million, you cannot become rich. You can constantly make a few million a year, then only is considered rich. Okay? So how to do that? Good area produce good people. Good people are the ones that go out and make the money. Okay? Water governs the opportunities that come your way. That's why it's important to have water. If the water is flowing away, that means what? Opportunities flowing upwards. Always buy the property that is on the receiving end of the water. Very important. Let's say water flow this direction, where you buy? From this direction down. There's property A, B, C. Which one is good? Of course you take C lah. Everything flow to you collect ma. That's why it's important. If you buy A then now, this is the starting point of water. Make sure you are very rich. Because soon you'll be not so rich already. Who's going to be richer? This one very simple, okay? Now, if I have this curved road and I watch, you watch, a lot of people make this mistake. Let's say I buy property A, B, C. Which one? Which one? Very smart, I'm going to keep knowing. How come this one and not this one? This is all protected by the water, right? Okay. Because a lot of times people have this confusion because you don't start. Okay, this is Gong Dai Ji, no good, not true. Gong Dai Ji, the water must be like that, very steep. If the water is slightly, then it will flow and benefit this one first. Okay, this is why it is important. Yeah? So this is a technique that you must understand how to collect water. In a while I'll show you how properties like, for example, one Amerin has utilized a technique like this. Yeah. Now another example. Let's say you own a shop now. Let's say this one Starbucks, this one Coffee Bean, competitor now. Okay, let's say an example now. And then your shop is here. Yours is better than Starbucks. How? How? The door here, this one door here. Competitor business now. This one, move in 1 feet. Water flow, connect here. Okay? See, like this one, we do for people just the door only 30,000. But this one business good, you just look and see. Okay? But let's say now Starbucks employ you. By the way, they come home, how? Very simple. My signboard, come up here. You come inside. Okay? So there are a few techniques you can utilize. Okay? So why we do this? Why? It's all for flow. Okay? It's all about flow. Feng Shui, the water flow is very important right now. So today you're going to see how water is applied. Okay? So now let's say we want water to flow. Where should it flow in from? And your snow. Okay? So just now we said mountain, we want it at northeast, right? So which means the theory of opposites, yes? If this part is the most yin, that means this part is the most yang. This part here, this part is the most yang, this part is the most yin, yeah? So if southwest is most yin, we must balance it with what? With water. So we like the entrance and we like the flow of water to come in from southwest direction. And if it comes in, then when is prosperous? 2004 until 2043 was something wrong. Okay? Very important, 20 years. Then after that, then how? After that, then we must coming from, we must have the water coming from north as well. Then when will it prosperous? 2024 all the way to 2043. 10. Almost 40 years of good fortune, you know. Enough, right? Enough lah, 10 years also enough, right? So after 2043 then how? After 2043, you invite me to come up, I tell you, okay? Okay. Yeah. So now you know this formation very simple, right? Okay, so what we have studied here It's called Day 1, okay? We study the prosperity of the land. We haven't even talked about the building design. Okay, because building design, you have to go design in such a way that can tap to the chi, right? So in a way, we want to structure the building in such a way that we could receive the energy from the external environment. Okay, example, energy flowing this direction. But I go build a house face like this. Can or not? No good, man. The chi flow here, you go to face here, no good. If the chi flow this direction, what should you do? Face it lah. Very simple. Okay, let me bring you now to one very important factor: T-junction hub. People always were afraid of T-junction, right? Okay, so T-junction is a problem if the road is going out. It is not a problem if the road is coming in, you know. Especially if the other side, you got all the big and wealthy people stay there. What happened? All their wealth flow to who? To you, know? The problem with T-junction is very sad. So you must make sure in your 八字你守得起嘅 because 財多身子弱 okay? Too much wealth, health cannot take it. You know some people say 你受唔起啊 okay? You cannot take it. But let's say now in your 八字 primarily in your 八字好容易睇啊 if your 八字 the self element is strong or your element 係屬陽嘅 more yang than yin most likely you can take it. Alright? Wealth element 係多嚟㗎啦 Some people say don't know whether this wealth is positive or negative 邊度係同錢作對嘅攞咗先算 Okay? You take first. So that's why if you got water coming in, what to do? 老虎都向住佢先 Okay? You face first. Take first. You cannot share with people. This is the question, okay? So now, you will notice that when we look at the design of one Amerin later on, okay? And this water is incoming one, you know. It's coming in. Now, if for an ordinary house, I wouldn't have put the house to face such a big water because the house is much smaller than this water. It's overwhelming situation. However, a development like this is shared by hundreds of people. Is it hundreds of people, right? There are how many units we have? 608. So 608 units are there to share one large water. Each one is quite proportionate. So they want to the sa and bring the sa chi convert into positive energy. So this way it is good. Okay? Like the same principle if you look at situations, for example, Las Vegas, they design things like this. Let's say the water formation. The water is such an aggressive water, is usually not good. But they have 4,000 over rooms, you know. It's okay. The size of the water, the building compensates for the size of the sa chi and convert it to positive energy. Okay? So this is very important. So you got one house facing ocean, no good, yeah? Don't think, hey, I think ocean very good. You face ocean, opposite got mountain, is good. This is very important. You face open ocean all the way out, no good. This is very, very important to remember. Why? Because overly yang will sort of dissipate your energy in that property itself. Okay? At this point you may think, hey, Hong Kong also face ocean, ma? Hong Kong face Kowloon, Kowloon face Hong Kong, different. Okay? We are looking back into the property, the mountain itself, you know. Then you think Singapore how? Singapore face Sentosa Island, Sentosa face back inside to the mountain. So you still have an island to block the chi flow. It's not open land. If you look at Dubai, Dubai face open ocean, right? No. But around the property look back into facing the internal, not facing outside. See the difference there? Okay? So it's always mountain and water, consistent throughout. When we look at areas for investment as well, anywhere you look at, even for example, you want to invest, you buy land to build house, or you buy areas that you want to move in, you always look at the presence of mountain water. If it is good, face it. That is the very simple tip I can give you today. Tap to it first. If you don't know how to use, facing it is the best way. Face with what? The simplest thing is to apply door direction. The simplest way. Okay? Secondly, if you live in an apartment, you can have the door facing the corridor, right? Balcony, at least also to see it. If you see it, you can tap to it. Cannot see it means don't tap. Okay? Let's say your whole unit, you are the outside got mountain, but you buy the unit facing the other side. This mountain, anything to do with you or not? Nothing. It's got something to do with the whole building, but got nothing to do with your individual unit. Okay? So once you tap to the mountain that is correct, then a few things will change for you. Okay? What will change? Number one, character will change. Character becomes more hardworking, more drive to work, more passion, and more importantly, you can actually succeed because you have that willpower to succeed. So one of the biggest problems with people not being successful and wealthy is not because they're stupid. Yeah? A lot of people are intelligent. The only problem is they lack discipline. You think about it, the biggest problem in life is that we don't have discipline, right? So what do we do, for example? Flappy Bird and Angry Bird all the time, every day also on Facebook, right? You cannot see Facebook, then today something wrong. So, but if you think about it, how much time do we spend doing shit like that? Too much. If you want to stop doing that, it's discipline. If you want to stop smoking, it's also discipline. Lack of discipline equals to failure in life. As simple as that, right? Mountains with the correct area can actually help change that character, that core character of a person. And with that sort of feature, the people become more successful. It's as simple as that. You look at all the people who are rich, everyone who are rich. They may not be the smartest people out there, yeah, but they definitely have better willpower than the ordinary so-called smart person who's doing nothing. See the difference? So the mountain itself governs that aspect of that person's life. So if you have it there, you'll find that the quality of your children, yourself, becomes better. Okay? Water in the correct area flowing in gives you the opportunities. That means in an area where the people give you a chance, okay? Where a chance to do business. You see, water flowing in, when you have a product or a service, people want it. Water flowing out, when you have a product and a business, you have to look for market to come buy your product. Okay, this is important. So one is harder, one is easier. Therefore, we look at water. Okay. Now, finally, before we go into the one Amerin, let me also explain to you. When you think of feng shui for yourself, you must first classify yourself as which category to make money. Okay. How many ways are there to make money? Two ways to make money. Method number one, work for other people. Method number two, work for yourself. Correct or not? Okay. These two methods is the only way that you will be able to generate money. Okay, and the way we use feng shui is slightly different here. Okay, if you are the third type is not easy, but it is possible. It's called marry rich. Okay, but marry rich must start very young. Yeah, you start from young. You must develop the correct character, attitude, personality to go marry rich. Let's say that one failed already. Now already 50 years old. Too late. Then how? Then you only got two methods. Work for yourself or work for other people. Please do not assume that, let's say now we're going to activate 5 close carry treasure and strike lottery. We have done that before. We have students that can strike lottery on a consistent basis. But then it's it doesn't make you rich, it gets you by. It doesn't fix you rich. A person who is wealthy, his character is wealthy. Personality, character, attitude, everything else drives the person forward on a consistent basis that generates the wealth. That's what we want to achieve, long-term feng shui. And this is what we are here for today, okay? So, now you understood the position of mountain water. Let's look at the project that we've done feng shui for, shall we? Okay? So we've done feng shui for this Amerin mall and residence. Let me show you this, okay? So this is a piece of land. Now, we looked at this when it was a piece of land. So from here, we have to always study where the higher and lower areas are in the property, because when you see it, then you know where flow is. Okay. Now remember the example I gave you just now. Okay. How you know this is flowing this direction? How we know? We know because this side is higher, this side is lower. Feng shui don't follow traffic like that. There's some fellas I saw in the newspaper say, hey, traffic go that direction, then your water go that direction. It's not true. Water flow, or so-called virtual water, always follows the contours of the land, because it came from the principle of yin and yang, that qi is developed or produced by yin, which is the female, which is the mountain, and yang, which is the water, which is constantly moving. Okay, mountains are yin because it doesn't move. If you come back next life with the theory of reincarnation, you'll come back next time, mountains still here. So mountains are yin, and they're the ones that produce the qi. Okay, so let's say now this side is higher, and this side is lower. Where does qi flow? Here to here. Okay, so you must remember now. So when we look at a piece of land, we discovered that The higher ground on this side, northeast, flow all the way to the property, which is the center. So the qi flows inwards. We are not in the path of qi really. This is important. Now normally if we are looking at land development, when this is not true for some land, what we can do is we can reduce lower down the land so we receive the qi. Remember this one, the technique, Starbucks versus Coffee Bean? Okay, got technique one, yeah? So this is, if you want to research this, you can go research this online. There's the other form. If you know Chinese, you can type in 收山出殺, okay? There's a formula, your form. In the old days, they have a technique, 收山出殺訣, how to receive the qi and push out sa qi. And this is one of the technique of application. So, now, what type of mountains do we have in the vicinities on this page? So if you look at the area, that piece of this property here, there are 3 mountains in the area. Now, you probably don't notice this, but later on, this is down the road. You can take a drive there, and you should look at this. In Feng Shui, we always look for environmental features. Okay, environmental features. Now, most of the time we don't notice this. Let me ask you now, yeah. This open road of mountain. Don't have. Don't have. Taman Desa. Is it not open road? I know. You never pay attention. You gotta go down to the Sungai Wang mountain. But you know, it's called Bukit Bintang. Never seen? English called Stadium. Yeah, English, but you drive up Sungai Wang is a road slanting up there. Yeah, there was a hill. It's not a mountain, it's a hill. It's everywhere, but we don't pay attention to it. Okay? Bangsa got hills. What's the hill called? Pantai Hills in the area. Yes or no? Monkara Hills. Taman Tung got hills. Taman Tung got hills. Okay? But you must know where they are. You must train your eyes to have the technique of seeing. So now, this is a small practice in this room. Okay? For those of you in front, look backwards, a small exercise. Yeah? Small exercise. You just turn around to the back of this room. Maybe I haven't tell you what to do yet. Look only, look only. You look for the person wearing yellow and remember where the person is sitting, but don't point. Okay? Turn behind and see now. Okay? Alright, see it here? See it here? Okay, turn around. Look at me now, look at me. Look at me, look at me. Don't do anything. Don't cheat. Now you only can look at me, and then in your short while I'll ask you to point, but you must listen to my instruction. Okay? Point at the person wearing green. Don't look. How come never see? Now you turn around and see. Anywhere you see the person wearing green. At the back. Green, over there, yeah? Okay. Now how come now you can see and just now cannot see? Because now you pay attention, right? Same thing with mountains. Mountains like that. If you don't pay attention, you actually cannot see it. But when you pay attention, you drive down Sungai Wang and you got Bukit Bintang there. You go down Monkara, 1, 2, 3 behind this Monkara school for 3 mountains. You go down to Pantai Hills, I go up and down on all those hills. Go to Bukit Tuntu, what type of mountain formations? All this, they are everywhere. But we don't pay attention. Likewise, when I tell you there are 3 hills here, you don't notice, yeah? Okay, show them the 3 hills, yeah? So, this one okay? Okay? Now, mountains got a few types, you know? We generally call the hills 9 shapes hills. But if you learn Feng Shui professionally one day, if you want to go deeper in the study, there are 81 types, yeah? Right now, we just give you the basic ones. The 3 most important ones. If the mountain is elongated and tall, like this is called a Tamwang Sing, reading rule number 1, nobility. Anywhere with this type of mountain formations, you have status and recognition. This is important, yeah? Now, before I go on mountains, I ask you one thing first, yeah? If you want to achieve the wealth, then you need to have this, you know. You have this, Yes. Which one? The one how many A1 not important, yeah? This is called what? status, power, money. Nothing to do with the one your education. That one no need to pass on. You pass on no use. Yeah? This one is you must pass in life. Yes or no? No status, power, money. Yeah? You cannot get anywhere else. Status is a recognition for your contribution to society, which is extremely important. Yeah. When you leave this world, what do people remember you for? For how many levels you go and Angry Birds, no use, yeah? Candy Crush, how many levels, so no use. Status basically is what you have done and what do you recognize and have you actually done anything for society. Okay? So, for example, developers come and develop something that added value to an otherwise empty piece of land and created something, that's value creation. Then, in many cases, they create status. Power is the ability to get things done. Yeah? Without power, nobody listens to you. You go and talk to the dog also bite you. Yeah? Same thing. You need power to get things done. This is very important. And finally, you need money. Yeah? What's the purpose of money? Two reasons. Number one, to enjoy life. Okay, you know so many beautiful things in this world we haven't seen yet because no money. Then money help you enjoy life. Second thing, with money you live longer. Sure or not? Chance to live longer is there. No money, die faster. Don't you think so? Yeah, because you go line up for medication. The time, 3 months time you could have been cured, but 3 months later it's too late. Okay, how many times we've seen friends and family that has gone through this because they lack money. They die faster. Yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, so to achieve this, we look for 3 types of mountain in that area. The first type, which is elongated, is for status and recognition. Usually you found in any area, that area, if you tap to it, you have status recognition. This is very important. So those areas you might have people with titles, Tan Sris, Datos, this type. Okay, you look for this area, then you get the recognition for your work. Okay. Second thing, you want to have power. Power, you look for mountains that are round, roundish mountains in that area, round top. So this comes to people with authority and ability to execute and get things done. Very important. If you look behind public bank, if you go to public bank, you know public bank? Just behind it there's a field that looks like this. If you go to Mont Kiara International School and look behind that, there are 3 mountains that are round that look like this. We call this the centipede formation. 3 round mountains. So this is called the power mountain. And finally, you have one type of mountain that are flat top. The flat top mountains, we call this earth mountains. This is for money. When you see this, Bukit Tungku, Pantai Hills, they have all these sort of hills in that area. Squarish top. You see this? Also squarish top. So what type of mountain we have this area? Money mountains, wealth area. This is important. Yeah? So this is in the south area. Okay. Another mountain. Next one. Yeah. So this part elongated. Okay, the long ones. This one. The long ones like that. This part is for status. Okay. You have status. And the third one. Okay. Now this one is a small one. It's the same flat top. So this area no power, but they have status and money. Now it's very hard to find all 3 at the same time, but any one of these also will really make you happy and prosperous. Okay, so provided you have at least one, but this one is a slightly bigger one, but it's there. Can you see the one at the back? Can you see that? Yeah, it's there one. Yeah. The problem is a lot of people don't notice this. Later on when you drive up, you can see it. Okay. Now let's look at the chart once again. This is now the map where these mountains are. Okay. This is the map. Okay, you see here? Yeah, this is now. Okay, here, here, and here. Now this is the property. Here, here, and here. South area, northwest area, and northeast area. Is it current or not? Current. Until when? 2043. Okay. To be honest, this is not going to be a property that will last you prosperous until 2060 something. But you don't need to last that long, okay? Now until 2043, how old are you? 5 by already, okay? Not 5 by also, and still not reached the problem with it, right? So this until then is good enough time for prosperity to take place, correct? For wealth to take place. Therefore, this is good mountain. So this is what is available. I didn't put the mountains there is that. So our work as the consultant is to do what? Is to design the property in such a way so that it can bring in the chi to that area. Okay? So they have 2 towers again that will tap to it. 2 towers that will tap to the flow. So 1 tower already tapped to it, okay? That one already sold out. You obviously now no use for you to go and look at it anymore. Already bought already by other people. There's another 1 more tower that can still tap to it, okay? Back and forth can still see it. That's the good thing about this, okay? So would you want to build a tower that faces this 2 directions, or rather these 2 mountains? 2 mountains, tap to it, right? Okay. But there's also a water formation in the area. Show me the water formation. It's not colored here, but it's here. Can you see here the sungai? Yeah? Can you see the water? This one here, yeah? Now watch here, listen to this, yeah? This water flows in from here. This direction it flows, and then it goes past like that. Okay? So the idea, you see the water flow out like this. This is the junction where the water is. Remember this? I show you ABC, the point where it turns. Then the chi will connect, right? Okay. So this door here now, the gate, go to the gate, let's open southwest, yeah? Okay. Why is it that the gate must be here? It's very simple. Water flow like this, yeah? Up here, right? It still go out, but it collect here. What direction is this? Southwest direction. I say lah. Southwest good enough for water to collect. Prosperous until when? 2023. But prosperous for what? Commercial. For commercial, not this area. Yeah. For commercial one. So we have to look for that aspect. That's why it's important to have tong wall. Okay, prosperous door. So the chi can come east. But we also want to collect some directly. So on this side here, there's open space for the chi to collect and then go into the building. This is an important aspect as well. Okay, so this is also part of the design of the building. When you look at I think they have a lot of brochures out there, and you can see. Okay, you just look at this page. Can you see the water going in? You see the water going in, and then it collects in the front area, the property. Okay, and then the front and back of the property can face the 2 mountains, the 2 hills in that area. Okay, you get a brochure later on, and you will be able to see the design, how it's tapping to this mountain formation. Got it? Okay? Alright. So, now, the more important is this water coming in, and there's an open space. There's an open space in this area for the chi to collect and pull into the property. This is called sauna. Okay? You have to receive the chi from the external environment. So this is one of the things that can be done now. The only reason why it can be done is because the property was built initially when we could, before the design was up. But sometimes when, as feng shui practitioners, when we work together with developers, when the design is already up, and then we come in halfway to give advice, half of the design cannot change. Or most of the design cannot change because they already got approval. Right? But when you work from something from scratch, when you don't have any restrictions like that, then it's much easier to have all these things done. So you can capture the chi. That's the difference when working on a design. Okay? So you notice that this is one of the things that collect the chi flow from the river formation that you have in the external environment. Okay? So this is good. Now, so the only drawback, because every property also must have some drawbacks, yeah? Some drawbacks. And the only drawback obviously is we cannot have this last until after 2043. So after 2043, then maybe at the time you must make some adjustments to the water formation. For example, this door need to move to this direction. That time then you see whether you're still around. Yeah? Otherwise then never mind. You already should have made good returns based on the feng shui. Yeah? Because sometimes you cannot see that far. People want forever and ever, but it's not possible. So it is a drawback, but it's not a bad sort of drawback because it's only after 2003 that you need to worry about this. Okay? Alright, so now you know about this already, yeah? Alright. So, but should everybody invest in the property? Well, first of all, it depends on whether you're comfortable in investing. That's one. And if you also want to look at whether or not you should or should not, then for the last piece of information today I want to share with you is on your personal luck cycle. Because it's also very important. Now, to be fair to everybody, the way that we do investments is not just a good feng shui property. Sometimes we buy ourselves, or sometimes we have we share with other people. Sometimes we group together and buy. Sometimes buy under company. There are many ways to do that. It all depends whether or not you have the luck to do it as well. Don't you think so? Isn't it fair to also look at yourself? If you cannot, then get somebody to do that safer. That's the way to do that. So how to see? I want to show you. You know, you have a printout of your part. See? Yeah, do you have it with you? Can you see this? You will get a piece of a chart like this. Now, the software is free. The software is free. It's to facilitate all people who come to my events and talks so that they can get more out of each session. Once you key in your Western date of birth, the software will convert into the Chinese date for you, so you don't key in your Chinese date. Yeah? So show them how it looks like. Okay, so it will look like this. Okay, this is your chart. Now, this is very important. This is how you do it. Watch here, watch here. Can you see this part here? This here, in your notes. This one, this one, life generating, healthy, doctor, longevity, stability. Can you see that? Okay. All these are your good direction. Permanent. Okay. So you key software, pop the software come out, tell you where your good direction is. Convenient, very convenient, man. So let's say now you get the unit, you go and check the 3 things. You check 3 things. Which 3 things? Main door, kitchen, or bedroom. Okay? One of these 3 things at least must fit to your direction to have a good property. Okay? What if 2 out of 3? Better. What if 3 out of 3? Yes. Now you know how to see. What if nothing out of 3? Then you have to get your wife or kid or whatever. Because this is basically you have to tailor fit, yes or no. Have to, I don't want to do that. Yeah, then if let's say you know good, then what to do? Buy for investment, you hold it. Okay? Let's say good, what to do? You stay in that benefit first, until you already rich, then you give to another person. Okay? So you know how to use, yeah? So, okay. So now, these directions. There are 4 directions to tap to. Door, kitchen, bedroom. Now, kitchen is only important for health aspects. So let's say now, you don't cook. You live alone, you eat out, or you live with your wife or kids, your husband, but you don't cook. So kitchen, no benefit. Then instead of kitchen, look at study room. Okay? What to look at study room? The desk. Sit there looking out that direction. Okay? For door, inside looking out, that's the direction. For the bed, the headboard direction. So you check that. So now, door maybe cannot change. But kitchen, the stove, and the bed and the study desk can change a lot. So we can make adjustments to tap to it. Is it easy? Yeah, very easy. Yeah, you follow this. It's a very basic principle to add on to value add for your property control. And you can do it even in your own house, yeah, right now. Okay? Let's say you come to one Amerin or buy very expensive out or never mind. You go activate your feng shui, then you get more money than come back. Okay? And you can do that too, right? You can use this. Now, how effective is this? It gives you about 30% improvement. It's not 100%, it's 30% improvement. At least better than nothing. Okay? What is the usage? How to use it like this, yeah? Now, very simple. This is a property. Looking out, this is inside looking out as one. Okay? The other thing is look at bed. Yeah? Let's say this is the bed, this is the room, and the head like this. Okay? This is the direction. You got it? Okay, this is the direction of the headboard. So let's say this one no good, you can face here now. Okay. This one also no good, can you face there? Also can. Alright? If you look at the study desk, this is the study desk, then you sit here, this is your facing. Okay, where you face. Okay? Got it, yeah? So you can use this type of function to enhance what you have. Now finally, last bit. This is your pattern. This is your pattern. This year you got luck or no luck in finding a good investment all depends on this part. Whether you can borrow money or cannot borrow money, that means all this good investment, right? Because you know how to invest also, it has some luck, correct? You look at the hour pillar. Hour pillar represents investments. You look here now, bring this up, size on. Okay, now see here, everyone can you see this here? Okay. On this, there's written a element. Can you see fire? Can you see that? Okay. On that column, you want to look for 3 possible elements. Any of these 3 will do. Fire, wood, or metal. If any of these 3 present, 2014, good opportunity will come. Say if it's not there, that means you might have problems getting money or loans and stuff like that. Okay, or you can't, you want to buy the unit not available. That type. Okay, so you look at your chart, whether or not you have. Is it simple? What's the element again? Fire, wood, or metal. This guy cannot. Inside here, right? Anywhere got fire can. So the fire, yes. So he can. So you check out. Husband or wife. Wife can, husband cannot. Then who should do it? Wife will do not. If both also cannot, what to do? Then don't do lah. Yeah. you purposely do that, no problem lah. So now you know how to see now. Very simple, yeah. Okay. So now recap. So today we've looked at the low shoe to see day 1, earth lah. Which direction we want to see mountain? Northeast, west, northwest, or south? Yeah? Where we want to see water? Southwest or north direction must see water is good. Okay, remember that? Then we look at the property. Which type of mountain represents SPM? Status, elongated or long shape. Power, round shape. Flat top, money mountains. What do we have in this area? We have the flat top mountains. Okay, and also we have the elongated mountains. So we have status and we have money, but no power status, no power here. Okay, so we have 2 types of mountains. Where should we face? Face the mountains, either one. Okay, water need to do what? Receive properly. Okay, so this property receive water, receive because of the southwest entrance and the west area open space for the water to collect. Okay, and how do you look at your chart? You print out your chart. You look at your favorable directions. Favorable directions apply to what? Door facing, the stove facing, as well as the bed facing. Any one of these 3 is good. 2 out of 3 is better. 3 out of 3 is best. Got it? Okay, and finally look at your parcel. Is it a good time for investment or opportunities now? What elements are you looking for? Fire, wood, metal. So simple. Okay? So simple. A lot of information, yeah? For 1 hour, yeah?
Okay, thank you.